Dan just told me. He said that you guys bought a condo and will be moving in soon. I knew it. I always knew that Dan is the best brother in the whole entire world. He's still in his late 20s, yet he bought that condo with cash? That's super amazing. Not many people, even those older than him, can do that, but look at him. I know he is my brother, and I am really praising him so much right now, but I am right. He really is amazing and is the best person ever, don't you think?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
What do you mean, I guess so? Of course no one can top my brother. He's just amazing. Beth, I think you're so lucky. Like, you hit a jackpot when you married Dan. You're only 2 years older than me, yet here you are, married to a perfect man. I mean, you two are still pretty much newlyweds, yet you two are going to be moving in soon to a really high-class condo. You really are living the life. It must be true what people say. A woman's life is determined by what kind of man she marries. I mean, we are the perfect example of that. You are married to such a great man, and now you're living life comfortably. Then there's me, single and can barely meet a guy who cares about me. Why is life so unfair? I wish I met a guy as good as my brother, too.
You know, Alice, you should not believe everything that you see. Sometimes what you see is just the tip of an iceberg. I'm not sure if you really meant what you said or you were just exaggerating it, but the success of a woman's life is certainly not determined by just the man who she ends up marrying. In my personal opinion, regardless of gender or sex, success is all up to the person's effort and hard work. I'm sure there are many people out there who really do feel like they hit the jackpot because of the person they marry, but as for me, I never just solely depended on Dan for everything. I'm always doing my best and working hard to earn my money.
What? Beth, are you making fun of me because I am jobless? That's a really backhanded statement. And what do you mean you never depended on Dan for your finances? It really does not feel nice to hear what you're saying. It's like you're talking down to me.
Oh, no, not at all. I did not mean it for it to come off like that.
Then what exactly did you mean by saying that? Dan gives me $600 every month as an allowance, but apparently you have been strongly against that. Did you think I did not know about that? Plus, you even suggested to bring it down to $300. What's worse is that ever since Dan married you, he's not been able to plan out my yearly international travels, which is seriously a bummer. Oh, and there's more. Dan used to buy me new luxury and branded clothing at the mall for every season, but now he only gives me gifts when it's my birthday or during the holidays when the family gets together. We're both women, and you know exactly how we like to be treated. Yet here you are trying to talk my own brother into giving me less. Is that entertaining for you? To see me not enjoy the luxuries of life that my own brother can provide for me? I'm really super disappointed in you, Beth. I wanted to have this nice relationship with you as my sister-in-law, yet you barely want to even give me gifts. It's not just that. It seems like instead of forming a bond together, it appears that you want the opposite. I really did truly want to have a good relationship with you as my brother's wife.
Alice, it has been 4 years since you graduated college. Why should Dan still be giving you money like you're a high school student? Also, we, including myself, have supported you more than enough for years. Did you not know that? You're an adult now and your own person. You should be able to make your own decisions and solve your own problems instead of depending on others. Just until when exactly do you plan on just using your brother as your buffer in life? You can't just keep living with him forever, you know?
Beth, I know I am not working right now, but you have no right to talk to me like I am worthless. Just because I am jobless does not mean you can make fun of my situation. I knew you would start talking to me like this and viewing me as a freeloader. So I have been planning on getting a job soon and relocating to Seattle. So for now, I'm only staying with you guys to save up a bit and prepare for my future plans. Anyway, I hope you finish cleaning the room with the best sunset view in the new condo. I'll be packing up my stuff soon and moving out in about 33 days, okay? So I hope everything is ready there by then.
Excuse me? Hold on a second. What do you mean you're moving into the new condo? I'm not letting you just decide when you're moving into my house or whether or not you're moving it at all. No, ma'am. Also, the room with the best sunset view is my work office, and that is final. It makes no sense that you should be having that as your bedroom. You didn't even discuss this with us, so who gave you the green light to just move into our house and eat our food and use our stuff? Who in their right mind would let this happen?
Well, it is my brother's house and I am his sister. So I am going. Why should I need to have your permission? Dan was very happy to say that I can move in anytime I want and is even very supportive of my plans in looking for jobs in Seattle. The owner of the condo, which is Dan, my brother, already gave me permission to move in. Why are you being so fussy about it and making something so simple so hard? Also, why are you treating me like I'm some stranger? I am your only sister-in-law, and I already told you that I have been looking for jobs so I could support myself. Shouldn't you be supporting and encouraging me? Is it really that hard for you to wish the best for me? I am your husband's sister, and whenever you guys have kids, I am going to be the only aunt of your kids. Why are you so against my happiness? Does it pain you to even think that I might be more successful than you?
I really don't want to speak with you right now, Alice, so have this talk with your brother, okay? Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. Did you really tell Alice that she can move in with us in our new condo? Please tell me this is not true.
Well, this is the first time in 4 years that she ever said that she wants to find a job. As her oldest brother, don't you think that it's my responsibility to give her a helping hand in whatever way I can? And it's not like she's asking for anything grand. We have a spare room in the new condo that we can easily let her use as her bedroom. It's really not that hard. Anyway, it's just one more mouth to feed. We can easily afford that. It isn't a burden to us at all. And like I said, I'm her brother. I should act like one and support her. You're her sister-in-law, so you should cheer for her like a real sister would. Just keeping in mind that she's my flesh and blood, and I'm really glad to see that she's doing her best and trying to stand on her own.
A spare room? You mean the room that I am using as my work office? That's literally where I'm working.
Yeah, but you're working from home. There's no need for you to use a whole separate room just to sit and type on your computer. Just move your stuff into the living room or something. It's pretty much like the same thing.
You know I still have to work because it is literally what it is, working from home. I need that separate workspace because I always need to make sure that I finish all my tasks and projects on time and submit it on the day the client needs it. So having a space where I can focus is crucial. Also, it increases work efficiency, which greatly influences the final product I make, which then increases the value of my work. That is why I need to have an actual workspace at home. So I really don't understand why I need to let Alice have that room as her bedroom, especially without my permission. And this is my biggest concern. Alice never did any household chore, even at your parents' house. Now, if she does move in with us, I already know that she will just eat and lie down and not lift a finger to help out with the dishes or cleaning the house. So why should I be happy to have her move in or even agree that she can move in at all? Not only do I need to deal with you, now I have to deal with your sister? I do not deserve this.
Then what do you want me to do? Alice wants to live with me in our new condo, so what do you expect me to say as her oldest brother? You expect me to say no to her?
You can tell her the truth, Dan. She's acting like that because you lied to her saying that you paid off the condo and that you're earning a lot of money. Because of your lies, she thinks that she can just do whatever she wants regardless of what I say. You can also tell her that you quit your job a year and a half ago and have been jobless since. Truth is, it was my own money that paid for that nice condo. On top of that, I have been taking hits by paying our loans and giving you allowance so you can sustain your lifestyle, and now you want me to financially support your sister too while she's jobless? Tell me how that makes sense. I don't understand why I should be doing that.
I have to preserve my pride as the older sibling in my family. How can I tell her that her own older brother is jobless right now? How will that make me look? I want to protect and save my sister from the miseries of life. I've always been her hero since we were little, and I plan on staying that kind of person for her in the present and the future.
Dan, are you really that blind to reality? Is it really that difficult for you to think logically and accept the truth? You're not earning any money and depending on me. You can barely support yourself, and now you want me to support another person? That's another whole mouth to feed and person to house. Expecting that from me is such a thoughtless behavior, and you cannot just dump all the responsibility on me. I feel like I'm getting scammed by siblings here. I mean, how is it any different from being robbed or scammed?
Hey, you're being too much by saying we're scamming you. She's my only sister that's very precious and important to me. I have to protect her with all I have. She's like the other half of me. Even if I could only afford a piece of bread, I will never let my sister starve. That's how much I care for her. And if I have all the gold in the world, I will also give half of what I have because I want her to enjoy the good things in life too. That is what you call sibling love.
Do you think I don't know that? I have my own siblings that I love dearly too. But, okay, fine. If you really insist, if she is really that important to you, then fine. Have her move in with us. But since you are letting your sister move into our condo, then it should be okay if my brother Zach moves in with us too. You did say that families should share their fortune and happiness with each other, right? It was you who said that.
No, not your older brother. I am not okay with Zach living with us in our condo. He is older than us, and not only is he jobless, he's like a leech. There is no way that I'm letting him move in.
And why are you deciding that all on your own? How dare you call him a leech, as if your sister isn't jobless either.
He's almost 40 years old, yet he's still not married and is still living at your parents' house. Not just that, he's never really worked in his life and just stays inside the house all the time. He's like a roach in the house that never leaves, so I don't see how he is any different than a roach or a leech. There is no way I'm letting some old, jobless, grown man move into the same house where my pretty sister will be living in. Because if he does, how can I make sure that he won't try to do anything to my cute little sister?
You are seriously crossing the line, Dan. Zach is a very kind person. You have no right to call him a leech or roach, nor should you accuse him of being some sort of weirdo or creep. Just because he stays at home all day without working does not mean he's a weirdo or a creep. I also stay at home all day. Does that make me a weirdo? Your logic does not make any sense.
No, you can't compare yourself to your older brother, Beth. It is totally acceptable and normal for women to stay at home and do house chores, or even do their personal work at home. But men? No, it is completely different. Men are the ones that need to be out working and being an important member of society, making money for their family and supporting them.
You know, Zach invested in real estate and traded stocks as soon as he graduated from college. Now he owns a few condo units and has been earning money through the profits that he gets from trading stocks. Oh, and you should probably know this now, but it was Zach who suggested I get a new condo unit. He helped me find a good one and even gave me $300,000 to help pay it off. He told me to keep that a secret from you because it might hurt your ego knowing that you couldn't afford to pay for our house. If it wasn't for Zach's help, you would not be enjoying that condo that I paid off. Do you think you'd even have a place to live in? You talk so much for someone who worked for 10 years right after college but barely earned money. All you did was give it to your family and enable your sister not working. You really have thick skin for wanting to bring in your sister into a house you didn't pay a cent for. And now you're defending your decision by saying that she is too precious to you? That's why you can't reject her moving in with us?
Well, had you told me that in the beginning, that Zach was willing to help us out, then I would have faced that situation differently. But you never mentioned that Zach gave you money for the condo. You kept it a secret. This is why people say couples should always just deal with their problems as two people instead of involving others. Also, if Zach really wanted to just genuinely help us, he shouldn't have mentioned anything about my ego or whatever. What does that have to do with my ego anyway? Maybe he just wanted to feed his ego by pretending to help.
Wow, you are really ungrateful. Why do you think I had to ask Zach for some help to get that condo? Who in here couldn't help me out that I needed to ask my own brother for money? You insisted on moving to a nice condo unit after we got married, and I thought you would be able to afford it. But you lied about having money saved, and you couldn't even pay for the deposit. I really expected that you would pay for at least the deposit, but you didn't even have 10% of that. So I went to Zach, who was the only person who could help out with that kind of money. I should have just left you at that time. Not only did you lie to me, you could barely provide a small house for me. You didn't even have a penny in savings and lied about your salary. I'm so stupid for marrying someone like you who only cares about his younger sister and could barely afford anything for his wife. Marrying you was a mistake. It must be true what people say about excessively loving others. Whether it's family, friends, or even lovers, it can either be a blessing or a curse. But in your case, it is a curse. I really blame myself for all of this. I can't believe I let myself marry a person like you.
Be quiet and quit talking, will ya? I don't care what your reason is. There is no way I will ever let your older brother move in with us. Just no. I quit my job because I was being bossed around by my seniors at work. And now knowing that Zach helped us get the condo, I really don't want him to act all superior towards me. If he moves in, I will never be comfortable living there. I will not feel at home in my own house if I have to live with my brother-in-law. That is hell. I just know that if he does end up living with us, he will really make it clear who has the upper hand between me and him. He'll always have full control of the TV remote and act like the man of the house. I just know he'll be so childish about so many things.
Well, if you do not want to live with Zach, then move out. It's that simple.
Me move out? I'm the head of the household. Why should I be the one that has to move out? If there's anybody that should move out, it should be Zach or you.
Do you hear yourself? You're just spewing the most senseless words right now. I am the owner of that condo, and you are telling me to move out? Are you out of your mind? You're living rent-free in a very nice condo that me and my brother paid for. You are the freeloader, so you should move out. I am telling you this as clearly as I can because it seems like you're not understanding what's really happening here. I want you to leave my house, pack your stuff, and get out of my condo. And I also want a divorce. I cannot stand to live another day with a freeloader like you and call you my husband. Also, don't you dare use love to try and keep me from leaving you. I have no love left for you. If you even dare try clinging on to me, I will just hate you even more. So let's make this easy and simple. I'll meet you at court once I know a date. Got that?
No, Beth, let's just talk it out. We can fix this. All I have to do is tell Alice that she can't move in, right? That's all. If there's anything that I should do, let me know and I will do it. I won't let Alice move in and tell Zach to just stay at your parents' house. No one is moving in with us. It'll just be me and you in our condo. Is that good? I promise I'll find a job soon, and we will have a baby just like we planned. And we will live in our nice condo together, happily ever after. Does that sound good to you?
Stop saying our place because you did not pay a dime for that. It is my condo. I know you have been saying the most stupid and nonsensical things lately, but if there's anything that you need to get right, it should be that. Got it? Even after that lengthy talk I had with my husband Dan, he kept on clinging to me and asking me to rethink our divorce. But I was already determined and ready to file for divorce, so he was unsuccessful in convincing me to rethink our divorce. In the end, I signed all the divorce papers and filed them with an attorney. I sold the condo and moved into a great condo downtown. My mother-in-law, who just kept asking her own son for money once he started working, has to take care of her jobless son again since Dan moved in with her. I am a little curious about how she's taking that hit now, especially since he's not just jobless, he is also now a divorcee. Oh, and of course Alice also moved back with Dan to their parents' old house. But since they love each other so much and just have that special sibling bond, they must be really happy since they are living together again. I am just so tired of dealing with those people. Their values and standard of what family is just so out of the norm, and it's very hard to understand. So, now that I am away from them, I feel much more at peace with myself. After we finalized everything, I immediately felt a sense of peace, and living independently with no people to financially support feels so much more right for me. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe for more fun videos in the future. See you guys again.